Darren, you've said yourself, a bit of a scrappy game this afternoon, a 0-0 draw at Chesham. Happy with a point?
I think off the back of the performance against Maidenhead, when we conceded a lot of soft goals, the first thing we needed to make sure today that we were strong behind the ball. Clean sheet, 18-year-old Isaac can go. I thought he was phenomenal. He showed such a good pitch personality for someone at such a young age. Made a good save early on, kicked very, very well. So that was the positives. In terms of going forward with the ball from an attacking point of view, I think we just lacked a little bit of quality. Pitch was slow, and we need to work on that.
Going back to Isaac, you said thrown in, and I know he would have trained with you as well. I mean, he looks so confident as well, and it must ease pressure on the back line.
I think it's like where we are as a team probably shows people how important it is that everyone's got a role within our squad. Jack Matthews came on, Jack's a young player, so we're flooded with young talent. But it's so pleasing and so rewarding as a football club that you give a young lad the opportunity to be able to experience men's football at a really competitive level, by the way, and he performs like that.
It maintains our unbeaten away record this season, not lost since Torquay at March. Certainly picked up on that front. Any reason why it suddenly turned around?
I've got to be honest, I didn't know that. So all I do know is that this team, when it's at its best, is really strong defensively, and the rewards from that. We come away from that, I think, in moments. So, it was discussed what are our strengths, but we also need to take responsibility at the top end of the pitch to allow us to be more competitive in the final third.
You said about it, the pitch play too slow. It's two teams quite well matched. It's 2 games in a row where we haven't scored, but you think you've still got enough firepower to soon turn that around?
I think we have to think about adding more. I want to give this group, this squad, at least 10 or 15 games before, we start making changes or bringing reinforcements. But the players are giving absolutely everything, and I can't thank them enough for that, because when you look at the results, there's some really tough results, and every game is really difficult. And today was a tough test, but the lads stuck together. They were very disciplined, very organised behind the ball, and had to deal with a lot of directness. And as I said, with Isaac in goal, they have to take the plaudits for a clean sheet.
Blow a couple of knocks as well. I know Jordan Alves didn't feature today, and Dan Greenslade forced off, but everything okay. I had Kieran Parcell battling away through as ever as well. They're putting everything on the line for you.
Yeah, the lads have got to show a real sort of endurance, toughness. Now you can feel we're into the season, one as a supporter, and when you get to 10 games you address the situation, and I've been pleased with what the lads have produced so far, just because of the pure fact that it's been such a hard running for the players physically and mentally against good teams.
Final one, Wimborne, the FA Cup next week, your first cup game in charge of the club, and always against teams from a division below. It's never going to be straightforward. What are your thoughts going into that?
I think the first thing is commitment. I've played in those games, I've managed in those games. There's a raise of intensity from the underdog. They seem to put the extra sprint in. They're very well organised. They're a good team. They've got some good players, but as long as we make sure we do what we're good at, and I'm expecting a good game.
Well done for a point on the road this afternoon. Thank you.
Thanks, Mark.